guess who'll be back and totally unprepared?
Me.
Me. It's me. Welcome back to the Monthly Fortune. We're on episode 2. We're just gonna hop right into the questions because it's 10 p.m.
Does Kala love anything other than violence and seeing people in pain?
Violence? What? I'm not really understanding
Kala's world.
Oh, Kala's world. That makes sense. Yeah, Kala's world is actually just a skit. I'm not actually like that in person. If I love something more than violence and seeing people in pain, top of my list is probably my husband and my son.
Would Caspian eat ketchup, or does he just love it?
Yes.
Does that whimsy dragon ever do anything?
Mikasa, you got a question.
Me?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm the editor. I edit all the videos, you know, I do the hard part. I don't get any credits for it. But yeah, I kind of play the most important role on this channel.
What's Lloyd's favorite color? His favorite webkin?
Ha! Ha ha! I got a question!
Does Lloyd like zoo?
My favorite color is green because I'm the green ninja. And my favorite webkin. My favorite webkin. Not zoo.
Does Caspian care at all about Kala?
Of course, she's my sister. I risked a lot for her.
Is there something about Archie we don't know?
Shh.
Okay, have you watched Heathers?
Gonna be honest with you, pal, I've never even heard of Heathers.
I dare you to make a minifigure with random parts. Evil face.
Kid, you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
I call nothing.
Alright, so first things first. Chones. What's like the ugliest torso we have?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on, what even is this one?
I don't know.
I like it, I like it. Get the head.
You mean the head?
The head. Okay, we need a head oh. Oh, he's gorgeous. He needs a name. Let's call him Pablo 2. Do we have Pablo 1? Yes, we do. Okay. Pablo, and this is Pablo 2, the sequel. I'm totally adding them to like my main story with the Legos. They're like the best characters. They can defeat Thanos even with the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay, I've got a great idea. I'm gonna add this agave. His name is Jimmy Timmy.
My boyfriend.
Piggy Wiggle has a boyfriend and his name is Jimmy Timmy the Agave.
Are you going to continue the Way Blank Axe series?
I don't know. That series I specifically made so that I could film it with my best friend Jade Fur. It's really up in the air right now. I'll talk to Jade Fur about it, but you know, we need an idea and we need like time, which is two things that I never seem to have.
Do you ever intend to do the signature collection video?
When I film a signature collection series, I want to talk about them and their backstories, but then the video's too long and it overwhelms me in editing, so maybe someday, but I need to get better at being first.
Would you ever make a tutorial on how to make your fursuits?
A lot of people ask me this one, like just in general, not for TMF, but and I've tried doing it before, forgetting to film, and I just kept not wanting to film, and it's just too hard for me to focus on making the fursuit and filming. There's a lot of fursuit tutorials out there, so I don't think I really need to make one.
Will you ever make any PMV or AMV? Are you doing commissions or fursuits?
No. I mean, I do some for my friends sometimes, But no, that's not even a commission because I just do it for free.
Does Archie's voice kill your throat?
Surprisingly, no. It's actually pretty hard to do. There's just like this little airway that I've kind of got to block with my tongue, but it's actually not that bad.
What's your favorite trope?
I'm gonna assume you mean movie tropes, as in things that are in a lot of movies for some reason, like things that happen a lot. To which I would like to say that the fact that characters in movies can never, ever, ever get on any sort of river without there being a waterfall close by, and that's hilarious to me.
Which character needs a nap most right about now?
Me, it's me. I need a nap. I need a nap right freaking now. Or like 5 gallons of coffee.
Could you rapid fire a few characters that have not yet to give backstories to?
If you're referring to characters as in art characters, I don't have any. Most of my Legos do. And Webkins, okay, let's see. So, most of my signatures have backstories. Let's see, Song doesn't. Potter is a part of people's backstories, but he doesn't really have his own. I'm reworking Rumpelstiltskins, because the one before really doesn't fit into the signature island. So I'm coming up with a new one for him. And then most of my regulars don't have backstories. Mara is one that I would like to get a backstory for, but I have yet to come up with one, because hyenas are my favorite animal, so I'd really like a backstory for Mara, but I've yet to come up with one. And then, yeah, pretty much anyone in here or here, most of them don't have backstories. There are a few, but most of them. As for whether or not I forget any characters, the characters that I do use, I really don't usually forget. I keep lists of them. I draw them frequently. I don't really forget most of them. Same goes for Webkins. I still remember all of their names, all 225 or whatever.
First of all, best icon out of 10 out of 10.
Oh, because Wacko.
Wacko.
I love Wacko.
Now the pig has the guts to go to the dance and the guts to ask him out. Does she have the guts to kiss him?
I truly, truly love you, and I just want to kiss you.
Oh my gosh, I want to kiss you too.
Oh my gosh. Mwah. Mwah. True power couple right here.
Are we gonna address the fact that that pig has gotten more questions than me, one of the mascots? And Lloyd, this is why you're not getting questions, because you're rude.
Favorite Webkins?
I don't like picking favorites. But it's Caspian.
What's your dream Webkins?
Okay, the Webkin that I absolutely want more than any other Webkin in the world, this should come as no surprise, but it's the Siberian Husky. But that thing's freaking $300, and I ain't even trying anymore to look for that one. As for ones in the realm of possibility, my main one right now that I'm trying to get is the Arctic Fox and the German Shepherd. The German Shepherd is actually going to be very important for some backstory stuff, so I kind of need him. And the prices on German Shepherds are going down, so...
Do you like the Invader Zim movie?
Bro, I hecking love the Invader Zim movie. It held up to the show so good. And I actually like it better than the show because it was less... weird.
Archie's favorite hobby?
Push!
What's Sidier's name that was in the skit?
Oh yay, I got a question! My name's Tiana.
I heard you're agave. I'm so sorry.
Why is Claude so serious? Is it just his personality, or does it have something to do with his backstory?
It has everything to do with the fact that I can't fly. Alright, just like last week, we have one piece of fan art. Vintage Dreamer. She said, when I'm having a hard day, I go watch 1 or 5 of your videos and help me see things in perspective. They remind me that you don't need the most expensive plush or the most perfect situation to be happy. You can just enjoy what you have to the fullest. Like, every time I get one of these messages, I literally, I'm so freaking touched. I love these. They're they make me feel so happy. I love helping people be happy. I'm really glad that my videos can do that. And then she drew me this really cool picture of Kala and Bits. I love how it's kind of realistic. That's kind of cool. That's really neat. Also, Bits got some fan art. That's so cool. Thank you so much for this. This is rad. This is really rad. And it's time for the skit. Yeah, about that. I did get a skit suggestion this week. It's from Cupcake Kitty, and she suggested that I make a skit about a bunch of Webkins going on a trip. I freaking love this idea, and I've already begun work on making a story about it, and like, I really like how it's coming out. I've got like the perfect characters for it. The only problem is that I didn't film it. I started school this month, like literally a couple of days after I posted the first episode of TMF, I started school. So I've been really working on that the last 2 weeks. And the other thing is, it's a skit that needs to be filmed outside, and it's been really, really, really hot. So, I'm still gonna make it because I love the idea. It's really great, and it's gonna be a good skit. But I can't film it this week because I need to have this video edited by tomorrow. I can't do it this week, and I feel really freaking bad. I have one more question that I'm sure somebody out there noticed their question didn't get answered. So I'm going to kind of make a skit out of that question because I can film it indoors. Now, this one is not necessarily a skit, but it's also not a direct, like, it's also too long to just be a quick answer to a question. It is, can you tell us about your cheesy Lego series? There's a question I was hoping I wouldn't get asked, but I will deliver. I'm gonna tell you now. This story's split into 3 arcs. It's ongoing, so, and I'm making it up as I go, which is why some of the things will not make sense. So the first arc is the one I'm going to talk about today. The second arc, I literally just finished like 2 days ago, and the third arc, I haven't started yet. I need the Series 19 minifigures in order to do that one. So I will just be going over the first arc today because doing the first and the second arc would be too long. And then, yeah, maybe I'll do the second arc if people care, but I'm hoping they don't, because good gosh, am I like, I know a bunch of people watch my videos that I know in real life, and now they're all gonna know about my cheesy freaking Lego game. But, hey, if you know me in real life and you're watching this, please don't like, judge me too harsh, okay? Alright, so it all starts with your boy Danny. Anyways, so Danny is a tourist. He likes going new places and stuff, but he's kind of lonely. He has like no friends, no one around to hang out with. No one would like realize if he was missing. Whoops. So real quick, let me introduce you to the villains. Now this is the main one. This is General Chaos, who I'm pretty sure is a character from Star Wars, but I don't know. And then you've got Levi. He got shot in the lungs once, and now he kind of needs like this equipment to breathe. Don't ask how that works. And the third one, the third villain, is Rex Dangerfest. And if you're wondering why my favorite character from the Lego movie is a villain, it's because I was very low on minifigures when I started this game, and he looked pretty sinister. I mean, he looks pretty sinister, let's be real. So General Chaos, like, came from Mars or something, and he really was like, he came and he saw Earth and he's like, wow, this is an unorganized mess. I need to get this place organized. First he got these two to help him with his evil plans, and then he made this thing. What it does is it can basically, like, control people's minds, like mind control basically kind of thing. All you gotta do is you gotta like you gotta kind of like zap them with it, like use this like thing and like tell them what to do, like patent pended trademark. You got this other device here, and this one, the kill device trademark, is really rad. It's like you do the same thing, you know, you zap someone with it. It's like linked with that person. If you give it a little squeeze, it really hurts. If you break it, the person dies. But General Chaos realized something. He has no one to test this on. Like, how does he even know if this thing works? So Rex and Levi have to go find someone to test the thing on. And wouldn't you know, there just happens to be a lonely man who no one would notice is missing, and he's like right there. The hypno device and the kill device trademark on a little Daniel here, and yeah, it kind of sucked for him, but hey, it worked. They can now like kill Daniel if they want to, I guess. By the way, I don't have the Lego bricks or the skill to actually like build these settings. You're just gonna have to use your imagination. It has some side effects, this thing does. He started to feel dizzy and, you know, not very good. But oh, what's this? It sounds like some of the other main characters. So there's these three heckin' mysterious dudes. One of them has a really cool hoverboard. And they come in and they just start, like, beating everyone up. Anyways, then they grab Danny and they, like, freaking get out of there. Danny's passed out by now. When Danny wakes up, he's in a room on a bed with some nerd and he's like, the frick is going on? Turns out this guy is not a nerd. He is in fact Max. And he's like, let me introduce you to Team Zeta. And by him saying he's gonna introduce Danny to Team Zeta, I really mean I'm gonna introduce you to Team Zeta. So first off, frickin' nerd guy here. This is Max. He's a mechanic. He's really good at, like, fixing things and stuff. And this is Izzy. She's a doctor, and she's, like, she works for Team Zeta, you know, like, because they get hurt, like, every other Tuesday. You got, Nathan. He's a purple ninja. He's a purple ninja, that's And you got, Sega. He's pretty cool. Don't want to hear any Sonic the Hedgehog jokes, okay? Then we've got, Corey. Did you really just... He's got this really neat hoverboard like this, but a hoverboard that, like, actually flies, you know, like. And then you've got the leader, Abe Franklin, who happens to be a millionaire and is funding this project. And this is Sherman. He's like the rookie to the team, has like no experience in anything other than getting coffee for people. The heart of the team. He doesn't really go on any missions because he's freaking not very good at it, and they're like a group of rogue heroes because supervillains are kind of difficult for the police to deal with. So this guy who's like, think Indiana Jones but like way too old to do his job anymore, he's like, ah shoot, who's gonna protect the world from like supervillains? I know, I'll get a group of wacky teens. Just kidding, most of them are adults. Probably not Max, I don't know. These three collectively are called the Alpha Squadron, and they've been around since the founding of Team Zeta, and they're pretty cool. So Danny wants to hecking leave because like this has been a bad weekend for him, but they decide no, because we don't really know what they did to you, and we kind of need to know. And Danny freaking realizes at that point that he doesn't really know what they did to him either. He's kind of at a loss here, yeah. So, you know, a lot of time passes and like they don't hear anything from General Chaos or Levi or Rex, and they're starting to get concerned, like what's he up to? Like, what's he doing over there? In the meantime, they're bonding with Danny. Danny's becoming their good old friend. I swear this went on for like 2 nights where like nothing happened. It turns out that the reason that General Chaos hasn't done anything yet is because he figured out, wait, how am I supposed to zap literally everyone in this entire like city? So like he had to like figure that out, and Levi's like, well, if it's a zap, maybe you can like hack the electricity to the city and like zap everyone.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
But you know, they don't really want to have to break into a power plant and like do that. So Rex is like, let's send Danny. So Danny just like in the middle of the freaking night just like up and leaves because, you know, he's being hypnotized, and he just like goes. Freaking Sega's like, hey, where's Danny? So, you know, the squad is like, what happened? Max is like, oh shoot, what if Rex and Chaos and stuff, what if they did something? Max does a bunch of nerd stuff, and he figures out that they're gonna zap everyone in the city at once, and Corey's like, we need to get out of the city right hecking now. So yeah, it succeeds. Everyone in the city gets simultaneously zappered, and yeah, it kind of sucks for everyone. They're having a great time.
I should gather everyone into one section with my cool new technology.
So, like, that's what he did. Except there were more people, probably.
Yo, I'm, like, controlling you now, and, like, I can also, like, totally kill you.
They all get assigned numbers and jobs. Danny gets the number A1 because he was the very first guy. He also gets quite a few special privileges because Rex over here is like, yo, thanks for like beta testing. So yeah, this is Gage and his fiance Margaret. And Margaret, she's freaking lit right now. She's freaking mad. She ain't gonna stand for this. And you know what? Gage is like, you're right. I ain't handling this, man. They attack General Chaos's headquarters, to which General Chaos promptly kills his wife. General Chaos kills Margaret. And now Gage is really, 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 really sad. Rex is all like, you gotta be nice now. And Gage, who probably has depression now, is like, yeah, okay, I'll be good now. So they decide to let him live. Danny hears about the situation and tries to comfort Gage, but Gage is not interested because he knows that Danny's the A1 and this is partly his fault. Then there's this guy, Liam. He's like really, really unhappy with the situation and he wants to fix things. Well, the fighting ain't gonna get me nowhere, so maybe I can just get a really high up position and I can just, you know, start changing things, like, because I'll be like in a leadership position. But I gotta work extra hard to get there. I bet y'all are wondering right now. You're like, but Fortune, where's Team Zeta? Where are they? They're in a bit of a pickle. Because, you know, with the whole entire city, by the way, this is like a New York-sized city, with the whole entire city taken over by General Chaos, he's kind of got eyes, like, everywhere, and he really, really hates Team Zeta, so he's trying to kill them, but Max is trying to find a way to shut down the hypno devices. Corey doesn't like just sitting around doing nothing. Sherman's like, hey, I've never been on a mission before, which means, you know, they probably won't recognize me, which means, like, maybe I could be a spy. Maybe you could. Sherman's doing great. He's doing a good job. He's figuring out what's going on, and Sherman gets caught about 20 minutes after leaving the room. For the record, by this point I've been playing the game for about a month and a half, which is why I've started introducing so many new characters since General Chaos took over. Danny knows that he has to get more people if he wants to plan a revolt, but like, no one wants to plan a revolt because they can get literally murdered. Like, you know, Margaret. But that doesn't stop Danny from trying. He starts at basically the bottom level, the building crew, the guys who get to move heavy blocks all day long. And we've got three main people here. The first is the aforementioned Gage. He finds nothing in life worth living because the one person he loved is gone. And then complete opposite of the spectrum is Diego, a complete optimist. He knows the situation sucks, he knows that his life is miserable, but he's always trying to look on the bright side. He's like, at least I have both arms. And then we've got Rhett, probably the smartest in the bunch. He knows that he can't take down the revolt by his own, but he also knows that asking around is probably gonna get him killed. Danny tries to convince them to help him. Bro, this is your life now. There's nothing you can do about it. Just freaking accept it and wait for death. But Rhett's totally on board with this plan. Rhett agrees to help Danny, trying to find new recruits, trying to figure out where the Alpha Squad is, you know, but what's this? Liam notices that Rhett and Danny are, you know, planning some evil revolty stuff, and he's trying to get on General Chaos's good side, so, you know. Yo, A1 is totally trying to, like, kill you. Frick, bro, thanks for the heads up. You're getting a promotion. Liam gets a fancy new desk job managing resources. Really, man, you're trying to revolt? No. That's a lie. We're gonna try and trust you, okay? But first, you're going to, like, jail for, like, a month or something, I don't freaking know. Meanwhile, Rhett convinces Diego that this is the best course of action, and that they should totally revolt. Diego is totally on board with this. Gage is still a bit skeptical, but he does want change, and he's kind of thinking, well, I got nothing else to lose. Meanwhile, while Danny's in jail, he finds Sherman, but Danny now knows the location of Team Zeta, and he can get in contact with them. They send the super non-suspicious Rhett to, like, pass on the message and stuff. So they're planning on sneaking into the main building and, you know, shutting down the hypno device. They all decide that that's a great idea, and that it cannot go wrong at all. Are you kidding? They're ready to go break in, save Sherman, and then save literally everyone else. They get the kill devices no problem, which is actually kind of concerning. They barely had to fight, like, any guards to get those. The hypno device is in another room, so they have to go there and get it. And wouldn't you know it, it's virtually unguarded and in the middle of the room. Team's starting to get a bit concerned, like, this is a little bit too easy. Boom. Wouldn't you know it? They get ambushed by, like, all those missing guards. Danny's all confused, like, how did they know we were- Yo, Liam, you mother trucker. Their weapons are taken away, and they're all put in jail now. Probably gonna get publicly executed and stuff. And wouldn't you know, someone comes to visit. It's Liam! Ooh. Danny and Corey are both really mad and start yelling at Liam. I just like obeyed the law. Danny then gives him a long heartfelt speech about that sometimes the only way to defeat a villain is to fight back, that sometimes there is no peaceful resolve. You can't just let it keep happening. It's like, yeah right, everyone's got good in them. Liam hecks off. He's done listening to these bozos. Liam decides he's going to prove Danny and Corey wrong by looking at the records of how many people have been killed since General Chaos took over. Results are less than satisfactory. Liam is now pretty upset and agrees to let the team out of jail on the condition that they fix this. To which Corey's like, that's what we've been trying to do this whole time, you dingleberry. So Danny and Corey come up with a really awesome, epic plan to take down General Chaos, but they only have one shot at this, so they gotta do it right. They hack and storm General Chaos's area with weapons and try and fight them. I failed to mention this until now, but General Chaos really hates Corey. Meanwhile, while everyone's busy fighting an impossible enemy to defeat, sneaky little ninja Nathan over here is planting a bomb. Everyone just, you know, up and left at the same time. But they don't have much time to think about it because, Max is able to reverse engineer and figure out how to reverse the effects of both devices. Because of his bravery during the whole ordeal, Sherman gets to be made an official member of the Alpha Squadron. Wait. Frick. Meanwhile, Rhett, Diego, Gage, Liam, and Danny, they get the status of the second branch of Team Zeta, the Beta Squadron. So, like, happily ever after, right?
Huh.
Wrong. I can't help but feel like there's still a threat. One day, Gage is walking in the forest to help battle his depression when he finds that Rex, Levi, and General Chaos are like chilling out in the woods. They have no weapons, and they're still recovering from the last battle. Heckin' rad they survived that blast though, pretty impressive. But Gage is like, not impressed, he's just terrified. Gage goes back and tells everyone what happened, and Corey's like, we end this now, bro. They attack their camp later that night, and Corey confronts General Chaos. Seeing how outnumbered they are, Rex tells Levi that they need to leave. They straight up ditch Chaos. Corey and Chaos have a one-on-one battle, but it doesn't last very long before Corey stabs him in the gut and kills him, giving him the dishonorable death he deserves. General Chaos is dead, and the city can finally be safe. And that concludes this month's episode of the Monthly Fortune. If you'll excuse us, we should probably be asleep right now. It's kind of important. If you have any more questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. And by the way, all the characters in the aforementioned story are of course available for question. That goes for last week's skit too. So thanks for watching the video. Also, check out my new outro.